What a waste. What a waste of a perfectly good evening and a perfectly good Lucha Thor 13. What a waste of darts. This poor sod wasn't even worth the foam I hit him with. He knew better. He wasn't raised like a fool. He knew better than to cross the walrus. Now look at him, laying there, tagged out, having to wait till respawn. I'll be billing his mother for the darts firmly stuck to his face. What an absolute waste. It's time we play a little dirty. A little Auto Tommy 20 dirty. Welcome to Tag Back, the show where every week we take a look at a blaster from the past to see what it can offer us today in the present. And this time, it doesn't really offer us anything. Spoilers. Although I guess it's not super terrible. It's okay. But yes, we're looking at the Chicago typewriter, the organ grinder, the Tommy 20, the Auto Tommy 20. There is a difference here because there is a semi-automatic version of this blaster. Doesn't look anything like this. We'll cover that eventually, but this thing, it's full auto. Released in 2008, so really not that impressive, and considering the distances this thing gets, 25, 30 feet maybe if you're good, I can see why. 2008 is a little bit of a later. If this would have came out in, like, 2005, it would have been pretty interesting, but again, even if you look at like NERF Haven when like the original Tommy mechs were released, and people were like, why use flywheels? They're dumb. We could just use air blasters. And maybe that was the wrong idea, because you can mod these things, and we'll get to that. But 2008, 20 darts, full auto, decent rate of fire, $30. I doubt it sold a whole lot at $30, but it was full auto electronic, powered by 3 AA batteries, which is pretty freaking good for a flywheeler. I mean, we have flywheelers that are semi-auto and take more batteries, so that's something to be a little concerned about, and that has probably something to do with the actual fire rate, distance, velocity of this blaster. And it is a BuzzBee blaster, and it will only shoot the original BuzzBee darts, or it would probably shoot NERF stickies too, but they're a little bit longer and that could cause you some problems. The flywheel gap on this thing is horrendously huge, which is a bit of an issue if you're trying to shoot. Like, it won't even try really with the streamlines at all. It just doesn't do that, which is a bit of an issue. And to fix that, you would have to completely redo the entire flywheel cage. They are horizontal, which is cool, and yeah, it's not the best. How do you fire this thing, though? Well, first we have to talk about reloading it, and reloading this thing, obviously, it has a big open drum. You can just pop them in. However, there is something you can do that's significantly cooler. Using this switch on the side, it pops up, and then you can see all the darts and pack them in there. What would be significantly cooler than this is the ability to pull out this drum and then put in another one and close that down. That's super fun, and if nobody has done that mod yet for some insane reason, it needs to be done, because that is fun. That is a lot of fun to do, and that's probably the best thing about this blaster. It is rather comfortable. For a BuzzBee blaster, the stock is, well, it's kind of akin to the crossbow stock, but it's very comfortable, a little short, but not bad. The grip looks small, and to be perfectly honest, it is. However, it fits my hand perfectly. It has just enough room on it to give me enough purchase to get a firm grasp around this thing, and a disgustingly long trigger throw. There is a reason for that, however, because when you pull the trigger, the first thing it does is rev the flywheels, and then the second thing it does is fire the blaster. And it fires it pretty well. Like, pretty well as in, it's literally like I can throw darts farther than this thing. But full auto, This thing's old. Who knows how bad it actually is? It's pretty fun, which is probably the most important thing. Of course, this would have been obliterated by Dart Tag and then, of course, Vortex and then Elites, but still not super terrible for what this thing is. I like it. I like it a lot for being how garbage it is. It's not symmetrical because for some reason they decided to have the entire firing mechanism on one side of the thing, so it looks pretty awkward. But nice grip, nice foregrip, full auto. It's a Tommy gun. Super fun. Not a whole lot more. I haven't had any feeding issues or anything. The only weird thing I've had happen with this thing so far is that it spat a dart out sideways. And its compatibility, and while you could overvolt it, you could probably wrap some tape around the flywheels to give it a little bit more crush. You'd have to completely redesign the flywheel cage in order to make this thing pretty good at all. If I was still doing Dart Wars, I would definitely look into modding one of these things, and I can't believe I've never tried to do that. I don't know why. I've never had an Auto Tommy 20 till now. The only reason I have this one is special thanks to Russell, who gave it to me. He was at a war. Brett was at the war. Brett got it from Russell, gave it to me. And I thank that donation profusely, and I do like this thing. I actually think it's a worthy blaster to have at least one of, because it's just a lot of fun. But modifying it to be useful in today's climate, it's a lot of work for probably a little bit of payoff. The only reason I can think of doing that is if this thing happens to, if you're playing in a war that only uses sticky darts, or sticky darts are far more prevalent, then yeah. Weird thing about this blaster that Luchasaur 13 just found out is that you would think that when you do that, it would not work. And right, the flywheels don't go.
Are you yellow stool?
Why does the pusher work when this thing is open? I guess they just didn't have the electronical fortitude to make it not do that, or even have like a little switch in here. That is the goofiest thing. But yeah, no, I like it. I think it's worth getting, and I wouldn't pay more than like $5-10 for one, but if you've never played with an Auto 20 before, Auto Tommy 20, I would definitely pick one up because it is fun, and now I really want to have that ability to like pull out the drum, put it in another one, and slap that down. If there's any mods for this thing, I haven't seen any, but if you know of any cool mods, please let me know down in the comment section, because this thing is screaming for an actual like wood grip Thompson blah 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 mod. But other than that, I'm Walcom S7 in a tie. Thank you very much for watching this video. Of course, I hope to see you in an entirely freaking different one. This thing, it's pretty cool. Came out sideways. Whatever. No, I don't want to get you that dirty. That would have been funny.
Just me laying in the world.
Exactly. That would
sure.
be funny. No, I'm not gonna. Not what's your pretty one? Right here is clean, isn't it?
I was gonna say not my shirt either, because I'm wearing my shirt underneath. It's the Metallica one, so it says we're so. And then
Well, you'd be laying face. Oh, what's it say?
both sides too. It says like out of luck.
I mean,
Oh, are you funny? Me face down dead and out of luck.